Yamaha has officially announced that the SR400 is to cease production, and the Iwata factory is sending it off in style with a limited Ren final edition of the motorcycle. The SR400 won a legion of fans both at home and abroad in its 43 years of manufacture. Launched at a time when Japanese motorcycles were ruling the global motorcycle sales charts, Yamaha took the brilliant idea of using classic British machines as the bike's inspiration. The bike's success is proven by its design, remaining virtually unchanged since its launch. With only regulatory updates made to the model, it makes it one of the most distinctive and easily recognizable classic Japanese motorcycles on the road. It may seem strange to start building a bike with the look, feel, and performance of the exact same bike they are trying to kill off, but there was something about the old-school charm of the SR400 that just seemed to tick so many boxes. The final edition is being joined by a final edition limited, and both will be going on sale in Japan this year, with each bike featuring special edition paint and badging. The limited version will be strictly restricted to just 1,000 units and features an extra special sunburst paint finish, electroformed emblem complete with a serial number, a brass tuning fork emblem, and a real leather-like seat. Both bikes will be landing in Japanese dealerships from March this year, and the limited is priced at 748,000 yen, or £5,240. Unbeknownst to many retro enthusiasts is a mid-sized retro-styled machine from Japanese manufacturer Yamaha. The SR400 has been around for a couple of years now, but never really shared the same spotlight as the XSR 900 and XSR 700. Perhaps because this bike didn't just look old school. For all intents and purposes, the SR400 is an old school machine through and through. Unlike other neo-retro machines, the SR400 wasn't adapted to keep up with machines of the modern day. Yamaha has released the final edition of the SR400 for the 2021 model year. As the name suggests, this will be the last iteration of this retro machine, so if you're in the market for this specific bike, better get a hold of one as soon as possible. .399cc single-cylinder, air-cooled engine equipped with a 2-valve cylinder head powers this bike. Churning out an era-correct 23 horsepower, the SR400 is equipped with a 5-speed gearbox. The final edition of the Yamaha SR400 carries with it a rich heritage of 43 years. Staying true to its classic nature, the SR400 comes only with a kick-starter. It does away with LED headlights in favor of halogen units and comes with no digital instrumentation. Instead, it displays everything via a watch-like analog instrument cluster. Interestingly, the Yamaha SR400 carries a sticker price of 605,000 JPY, the equivalent of around $5,831 United States dollars. You may be forgiven, but this is quite a hefty sum given the bike's lack of any modern technology whatsoever. However, the SR400's strongest selling point is indeed its rich history. With Royal Enfield's Meteor, Honda's CB350, GB350 in Japan, and a plethora of other similar bikes making their debuts, the middleweight classic-styled market is booming with new motorcycles. Yamaha is showing up to the party with their own updated SR400 that was just released in Japan, trailing Honda's GB350 JP unveiling. This retro-inspired mid-displacement cruiser gets its final edition this year with a few updates to take this old boy into 2021 after a 43-year tour. The SR400 Final Edition comes with the same single-cylinder 399cc air-cooled motor paired up with a 5-speed transmission, producing a total of 23 horsepower. Although this is a 400, and the Meteor and CB350 are 350 seconds, this bike only manages to snag another 3 horsepower through its extra 50 cc's when compared to the CB350. Making it a direct competitor within that section of the market. To keep the extremely robust nature of this classic motorcycle true to form, you won't even be seeing an electronic starter on this bike. Hopefully, those classic cabs of yours are in shape, as this motorcycle will require a kickstart every time you want to start the bike. How classic, indeed. The dash is completely analog on this motorcycle as well. The instrument cluster on this bike has number 53 TFT display in sight, just plain analog dials to keep the tachometer rolling. A large center halogen headlamp has been fitted to the front, and beyond that, you're getting yourself a classic blast from the past, brand new off Yamaha's dealership lots. The Japanese company launched its enduring machine in 1978. The same year Porsche debuted its 928, Mazda its RX-7, and Toyota debuted its very first Supra, still, at the time, an offshoot of the Celica line. And in the time the iconic sports car has gone through 5 generations, Yamaha has updated the SR with disc brakes before reverting back to drums and swapped its carburetor for fuel injection. And that's more or less it. The modern SR400 is still started with a kickstarter, the headlight is glass rather than cheap plastic, and the mudguards are metal. If anything, the model has changed less than the aforementioned Super Cub, but it's all down to customer demand. Other brands have filled Japan's sub-400cc arena with sports bikes and scooters, but the single-cylinder SR400 is pottered on, with its modest 24 bhp and 5-speed transmission. Yamaha SR400 rides into the sunset after 43 years. Relatively few vehicles go decades with only minimal alteration. Lotus Elise production ends in 2021 after 25 years on the road, making it among the longest-running modern vehicles, but the car market has nothing on motorcycles. The Honda Super Cub, for instance, has been in continuous production since 1958. And while Yamaha's SR400 can't quite top that, 2021 will be the last year of Yamaha's modest single-cylinder bike, after 43 years in production. That said,